Michael led the charge. Wielding a sword of pure flame, he sought Lucifer directly, cutting through legions of rebels. Gabriel and his forces countered Beelzebub and the gluttonous host, who sought to consume the light itself. Raphael confronted Asmodeus, the corrupter of love, whose touch could shatter even the holiest bonds. Uriel engaged Leviathan, the coiling serpent, their battle shaking the cosmos. Blades clashed in a divine storm, the sky ablaze with the fury of fallen stars. The sound of battle was deafening, thunderous cries of angels, the clash of celestial steel, and the hymns of those who remained faithful. Michael and Lucifer met at the heart of the battlefield, their blades igniting the firmament.
You have forsaken the light, Lucifer. Surrender, and perhaps he shall grant you mercy.
Lucifer laughed, his blade meeting Michael's with a force that cracked the heavens.
I do not seek mercy, I seek dominion. I will ascend above the stars of God. I will make myself like the highest.
God's voice resounded, bringing an end to the war.
You have said, at your heart I will ascend to the heavens, but you shall be cast down to the depths of the pit.
The fallen angels plummeted like burning meteors, their screams lost in the void. Lucifer, the fallen morning star, was stripped of his name and became Satan, the adversary. Mammon fell into the abyss, his greed turning him into a wretched hoarder of lost souls. Asmodeus, once the embodiment of celestial love, became the corrupter of flesh and desire. Leviathan was cast into the depths of the sea, his form twisted into a beast of envy. Beelzebub, the devourer, was condemned to rule over pestilence and decay. Minos, once heaven's executioner, now roamed hell as its judge. Belphegor, too slothful to resist his own corruption, sank into the depths of lethargy and despair. As they fell, their once radiant wings blackened and twisted, their divine forms mutated into horrors unknown. The fire of their rebellion scorched their celestial flesh, reshaping them into monsters born of sin. Lucifer's beauty was shattered, his form now cloaked in shadow and crowned with infernal fire. Mammon's golden countenance melted away, leaving a visage of endless hunger and torment. Leviathan grew vast and terrible, his body now an endless sea of writhing serpentine limbs. Beelzebub's gluttony consumed him, his form bloated and grotesque, swarming with locusts. Minos' wrath turned him into a titan of fury, his hands stained with the blood of those he once judged. The light of heaven faded from their eyes. They were no longer angels, they were demons. From the abyss, Lucifer looked up, his eyes burning with wrath.
We shall rise again, and this time we shall not fall alone.
So Asmodeus is Lucifer's highest-ranking demon? If he and the others were sent to hell, how was he able to possess the old woman that King Solomon exorcised? How did he escape hell?
I must finish the story for it all to make sense. May I continue?
Yes, please.
From Adam came Seth, from Seth came Enosh, and through the generations, the bloodline continued. Noah, the righteous man who survived the great deluge. From Noah came Abraham, the father of nations, and through his descendants, Judah, Perez, Boaz, and Jesse. Jesse's son was King David, the warrior who would unite Israel, a ruler ordained by divine will, yet haunted by the whispers of darkness. Among the Philistines, Asmodeus found his vessel, Goliath, a towering champion whose strength surpassed that of mortal men. Acting as a conduit for the demon's power, it was believed by few that he was one of the Nephilim's descendants. Goliath sought to extinguish Israel's hope. For 40 days, he mocked God and his people, daring them to send a challenger. David, a young shepherd, outraged by the giant's blasphemy, stepped forward. Armed only with a slingshot and faith, he faced the monstrous warrior. Asmodeus roared within Goliath, but the divine spark within David shone brighter. A single stone, guided by faith, struck its mark. Goliath fell, severing Asmodeus's hold over him. Yet, the war between good and evil was far from over. David's rule, though divinely appointed, became tainted by Asmodeus's influence. He waged brutal wars, razing cities and leaving none alive, justifying his actions as divine retribution. His greatest sins, his affair with Bathsheba and the murder of Uriah the Hittite, were whispered into his ear by the demon. Uriah the Hittite was a loyal soldier in David's army and the husband of Bathsheba.